Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you remember last time we went through the differences between the fashion lines in Bratz the movie and compared them to the doll lines or the artwork that they're based off of, and today we are going to be ranking those. So we have some tiers. Our S tier is We're the Girls with a Passion for Fashion. Our A tier is Give It Some Gratitude. Our B tier is Turn Up the Heat. Our C tier is Let 'Em Go Barefoot. Our D tier is Like Whatever, and our F tier is Mother of Paint. So we're going to start with Magic Flair and we're going to rank these. There's only 9 lines that are actually in Bratz the movie. So starting with Magic Flair, overall they're pretty faithful to the dolls. Like you have like the striping on like Jade's top, you have like the ruching detail on Sasha's top, and like the bow tie on Yasmin's top. They're pretty accurate, especially Jade's. Jade's is like really accurate, and then like Chloe's shoes were really accurate. Her top wasn't really that accurate, really. I mean, because it's like that off the shoulder and metallic looking mess. And then there are some like small differences like Sasha and Yasmin's pants, but overall faithfulness to the dolls, I'm gonna go easy on Magic Flair and give it some gratitude. Now game execution is gonna be a little bit different. That's gonna be more where I like harp on it. This line's not my favorite. It's fine for what it is. It's not High School Refresh by any means. So in terms of game execution, it's fine. It's fine. They're a little boring. They're cute to like start out with. The jeans are not bad. I think that's like the best part of the line, especially like Jade's jeans are probably the best part of the line, and maybe her shoes too. Game execution, I'm gonna give it a B, Turn Up the Heat, which is gonna put this at a low A. So going on to Adventure Girls, I kind of tried to touch on it. I wasn't really like super thrilled with the lines in this game based on like the dolls and the artwork, unfortunately. But I mean, Chloe's, you can kind of tell maybe some inspiration with her doll, but the colors are different, styles are different in her jacket and her top and her pants. In Jade's, it's missing the jacket altogether. There's more detailing in her doll's top than there are in the PS2, which honestly is really sad because we've seen in the past that the PS2 ones sometimes have more detailing than they do in the dolls. The bottoms are completely different. None of Yasmin's like outfits are even in the game. And then Sasha's pants are completely different color in the game. And then she has a whole outfit that's based on her artwork, but not on her doll. So Adventure Girls, faithfulness to the dolls, I'm going to give it a D, Like Whatever. Now, in terms of game execution, I already said this last video, it's not my favorite line, but like it's fine for what it is, I guess. I mean, like the skirt and jacket that Sasha wears in her artwork is probably the only cute one that I actually like in this. I feel really bad for ranking things low, especially when it comes to Bratz, because like I understand it was 2007 and they care a lot. So I'm gonna give it a C for game execution, which is gonna put it at a low C, Let 'Em Go Barefoot. So Pampered Pups, I automatically, unfortunately, for faithfulness to dolls, have to give it a F tier, Mother of Pink, because there's not any like dolls that it's even based off of. And I know that there are Pampered Pups dolls, and there's also Pampered Pups salon style dolls, and none of these are based on those dolls at all. So it gets an F tier. However, in terms of game execution, I really like this line. I think it's cute. It's got a lot of pink, and obviously pink is my favorite color. So I did enjoy wearing it in the game, and I definitely would wear it in real life, especially like Charlie's like whole outfit, like her tank top, her skirt, it's adorable. So in terms of game execution, I would give it a B, Turn Up the Heat, which unfortunately would also put it at a low C, Let 'Em Go Barefoot. Costume Party surprised me, and we're not talking about like Lila's witch outfit or Yasmin's angel outfit. We're talking about Jade's cat outfit and Yasmin's bumblebee outfit. Yasmin's bumblebee outfit is so accurate, it hurts. And then like Jade having her like little fur details on the top and then also on the shoes. I don't know if you can wear her cat ears. I don't really buy hats in the game, so I really don't know. I assume so. But even like adding like Yasmin's wings to her outfit, that was a really good detail. And then I understand not having like Jade's cat suit as like a one-piece cat suit and having it as a top and a bottom. So that's okay. That doesn't bother me. But in terms of faithfulness to the dolls, Costume Party, Wave 2 specifically, is going to get an A tier. Give it some gratitude. Now, in terms of game execution, like I was saying, I see now that it's supposed to be glitter on Jade's thing, but I kind of like how it looks like it's fur in the game. I think that's really fun. And then Yasmin's skirt is really cute. You can definitely tell that there's like layers, and then adding the wings on there is just adorable. So in terms of game execution, I'm also going to give it an A, give it some gratitude, which puts it above Magic Flair, just at like a regular A. Fashion Pixies, hurts my heart to say this, especially since like I was basing it off of like the regular dolls and the prototype dolls. So I think I need to give it some grace in that end. So in terms terms of faithfulness to the dolls, I am gonna give it a C, Let 'Em Go Barefoot, which really hurts because I like this line a lot, but it's more accurate to the artwork than it is the dolls. But in terms of game execution, it's definitely an A tier. Like, it's adorable. I love the wings. I think they're so cool that they have that on there, and like just Fashion Pixies being in the game at all. So I'm gonna give Fashion Pixies an overall B, Turn Up the Heat. Sweethearts, there's only one doll to even compare this to, which means in terms of faithfulness to the dolls, I kind of have to, like, based on all my other rules, do like a D tier, like whatever, because out of the 4 outfits, only one is based on a doll. And you could have had like Megan or Dana's sweetheart outfits and had other dolls to be based off of, but it's whatever. In terms of game execution, it's probably one of my favorite lines, just because like it's pink and hearts, and I love pink and hearts. It's adorable. So on that end, I would give game execution like an A tier, give it some gratitude, which would put Sweethearts at a low B underneath Fashion Pixies, Turn Up the Heat. Music stars, there are not any like dolls to compare it to, so I'm gonna do like what I did for Sporty Flair and do faithfulness to the artwork. And I guess in terms of faithfulness to the artwork, I mean, the game ones, they're missing all those like tiny details. Like, you're missing Chloe's chains on her skirt, you're missing her like necklace, her scarf. Jade's top really could have used like that vest. And then I guess Yasmin's is like the most not boring, but also like Sasha's like first shawl thing. You're missing all of those details that really would have made it more faithful. So I'm gonna put music stars at C, Let 'Em Go Barefoot, in terms of faithfulness to the artwork. In terms of game execution, this is a really boring line. It's very basic. I mean, I understand having like staples to your wardrobe in real life, but this is the Bratz that we're talking about, and the Bratz don't really do plain fashion. Like, have you ever seen Chloe wear just a plain black t-shirt that's not at the end of Forever Diamonds where she's about to get it bedazzled and then chase Mandy to the subway? No, I don't think so. So in terms of game execution, they're really boring, and I would give it a D, which would put music stars at a low C, Let 'Em Go Barefoot. The movie honestly, it's not bad. I mean, in terms of faithfulness to the dolls, I mean, Chloe's is black in the game and it's supposed to be blue in her doll. The cut of her dress is different. I like it in the PS2 more than I like it in the doll form. And then I don't think that I'm really gonna be too harsh on like the top and bottom outfit of whether or not that is based on the styling head. That was kind of just for funsies. But Jade's is very accurate. Like, you've got like the silver, you have like the keyhole, you have like the same like neck shape kind of. Yasmin's I wish was like a more bronzy gold. And then Sasha's is also a completely different color. It's silver in the game where it's gold in her doll. So in faithfulness to the dolls, the movie is also going to get a B, Turn Up Some Heat. And then in terms of game execution, I really wish that they would have been like floor length evening gowns. I think Chloe's is my favorite just because I like the cut of it. I like how pretty it is, and obviously I wear a lot of black just like in my daily life. You would never know that, but I do. And I really like it. And then Jade's is really cute. I kind of like the silver. I wish it was maybe a little less purple silver in the game and maybe more of a gray silver. I think it would have been cuter. I do like the top and the bottom combo. Yasmin's dress is a really ugly color, unfortunately, because Yasmin's my favorite and I wish it was cuter, but it's okay. And then Sasha's silver dress, it's too shiny on the top, which is a really weird thing for me to complain about, but it is. So in terms of game execution for the movie, I'm also going to give it a B, Turn Up the Heat. And then on Edge, my least favorite line in the game. And I'm not going to be shy about that, actually. In terms of faithfulness to the artwork, I mean, it's fine, I guess. Yasmin's top is really different. I mean, I guess whenever you like squint your eyes and tilt your head, you can definitely see that that's what it's inspired by. And then it's missing some like, the purple dress is missing some like scrunch details. And then Jade's dress is a different color. And then like her pirate top, it's missing a lot of like other details that would make it look less ugly, I guess. Because like in the artwork, it looks fine, but in the video game, it doesn't. And maybe I should give it a little bit more grace because it was 2007, but I don't really want to. So I'm going to give it a C for faithfulness to the artwork, let 'em go barefoot. And then in terms of game execution, this line is ugly. I see it for what it truly is. Ugly. So the game execution is definitely going to be a D, putting it at a low C. Let 'em go barefoot. Okay, so we have nothing in our S tier, which breaks my heart, but the fashions in this game are not as good as Forever Diamonds, and if I would have included the ones that were also in Forever Diamonds, it would look completely different, but this is what we're working with for right now. So in our A tier, give it some gratitude, we have Costume Party, Wave 2, keep that in mind, but still Costume Party, and Magic Flare. In our B tier, Turn Up the Heat, we have Fashion Pixies, the movie, which I did flip with Sweethearts because Sweethearts was a low B, and the movie was just a B. So that's why. So we have Fashion Pixies, the movie, and Sweethearts. And then in our C tier, Let 'Em Go Barefoot, we have Adventure Girls, Pampered Pups, Music Stars, and The Edge. Okay, so now we have our bracket ranking. It is just 9 things. So for the most fair way to do this, the number one up here is gonna like go against the winner of all these other ones. So in number 1, we have the second wave of Costume Party. In number 2, we have Mad Flair. In number 3, we have Fashion Pixies. In number 4, we have the movie. Number 5, we have Sweethearts. Number 6, we have Adventure Girls. Number 7, we have Pampered Pups. Number 8 is Music Stars. And number 9 is The Edge. So obviously this is Costume Party 2. But number 2 and number 9 are going to go up against each other, which is Magic Lair and The Edge. And between those two, it's obviously Magic Lair. I hate The Edge. That is really not anything that I have a secret about. So number 3, Fashion Pixies versus number 8, Music Stars. It's going to be Fashion Pixies all the way. And between number 4, the movie, and number 7, Pampered Pups, it's actually going to be the movie. Even though I do like Pampered Pups, I think the movie is a little bit more iconic. So number 5 and number 6, between Sweethearts and Adventure Girls, it's Sweethearts all the way. And then between Magic Flair and Fashion Pixies, this one is also a no-brainer. It's gonna be Fashion Pixies. Between the movie and Sweethearts, still kind of a no-brainer, but in case you're surprised by it, it's Sweethearts. And then this one was really tough between Fashion Pixies and Sweethearts, but I gotta go with my gut, and it's gonna be Sweethearts. And between our number 1 Costume Party and our current winner of Sweethearts, it's going to be Sweethearts. So this is the current bracket ranking. So if you agree with me, let me know, or if you don't agree with me at all, let me know. And I'm, really excited to hear that. If you want to check out my past videos on Bratz Rock Angels, Bratz Forever Diamonds, go ahead and check those out. Those videos will be recommended to you at the end of this video. And stick around for the future because I will be doing a difference between and a ranking for the fashion lines and Bratz Girls Really Rock as well. So stay tuned for that. But that's going to wrap up this video, and I'm going to leave it here and say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys.